This is gritty, gritty, gritty. This is real. This is our space. Confessions of a Creative. Confessions of a Creative. Confessions of a Creative. Welcome back to Confessions of a Creative, and this is where we discuss the unique journey of creative entrepreneurs. So please like, share, and subscribe if this channel resonates with you. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to talk about practical ways to map out your creative inspiration in order to bring your projects to fruition. In short, what we're really talking about is organization. However, I want to challenge you to think about this a little differently. Why is that? Because we are different. We experience the world differently. We are stimulated to be productive in different ways. So therefore, why are we trying to put ourselves in a box when it comes to organization? I actually had a conversation with a really intelligent woman who is also a creative businesswoman at that. And she was telling me she felt very disorganized. So I asked her, what does being organized look like for you? And she said to me that she only uses her calendar on her phone to schedule appointments, and that keeps her on track. She doesn't use a journal or appointment book, and because of that, she just feels super disorganized. So I asked her, so if it is you're using your phone and having digital reminders works for you, why do you feel the need to fix it? The problem here is looking at things in a traditional sense, or trying to fit into a box or image that's been pushed on us. The whole having an appointment book, working from an office with zero to no stimuli, working at specific times. All these things are constructs, or I should say, boxes that were made to feel we must check off in order to appear organized. But when it comes to things like this, it's time for us to be subjective, to go inward, and to think about how you personally respond to particular situations or techniques. The reality is that my friend is making great advances in her secular life, but doesn't see this because she can't quite fit into that cookie cutter image she has in her mind. So it's important to kind of break these preconceived notions down. And when we do, what are we going to experience? One word, my friends, freedom. We're giving ourselves grace and also making it okay to operate in a way that not only lights a fire in us, but is now sustainable because we're operating within an environment that's conducive to our personal productivity. And that's what matters, right? So now I'm going to introduce you to my very own method from conception of an idea to the stage where I have it mapped out and ready for me to take the steps to bring my plans to life. I'm going to introduce you to what I call the dream book. All right, so I've always had an affinity for quirky stationery. I know I'm showing my age here, but I was so obsessed with Lisa Frank, you guys. If you don't know her, you need to Google it, please. And when you do that, you're going to see the bright colors and whimsical imagery that always inspired me. So now as an adult with a business to run, this has always stuck with me, and I am so happy it has. So now I always have a colorful book in which I write my ideas. For me, being subjective, I realize that just the act of writing is therapeutic. So when I have any idea, it could be an abstract thought that I may want to develop, I write it down in the dream book. The first step is not to get it perfect. It's just to basically write out whatever comes to my head, whatever I want my project to be in the most grandiose style, and whatever emotions I feel towards this particular endeavor. Then I come back to it about a day or two later so that I can look at it a little more objectively. I can take the salient points out and start to structure it a little more. Then I look at what I need to do to accomplish this project, and I make small goals to build towards that. So it's like a pathway. I'm kind of streamlining the path to my goals. And then from there, the planning is mostly virtual because I will know, who I need to email, what I need to do, and most of the planning goes from that dream book on into my laptop. So that's basically how I get my ideas and thoughts out of my head and onto something tangible that I can work on. I mean, how cool is it to have a book full of your very own dreams and what inspired them, and then to be able to look back and see what you've actually made of them? So for you, this process may be more effective using media. Some people do video recordings, some people do voice recordings, some people type, their notes in an app in their phone. Whatever works for you is what you need to decipher. So if you haven't found the best way to get your thoughts, quote unquote, down on paper, try various techniques and media to determine what you respond best to. Now, the purpose of this episode is to help you to break out of the mindset that being organized follows a particular set of rules. It doesn't. Being organized is subjective. It's about doing things in a way that works best for you, fosters productivity, and allows for you to complete your tasks or goals efficiently. I'd like to end this episode with the words of one of my favorite poets, my friend, Eric Ian Huffman. And it says, "And an artist, I saw the world in shapes and colors and emotions." We're creatives, my friends. Embrace it, love it, and do not put yourself in a box. I am sending you guys so much love right now. Talk soon.